Hey, how's it going? Jay here. Jay Creates Woodworks. It has been super hot here in the Northeast. Today, right now, it's probably 90 something. Feels like more than that. I, like I said before, I use my parents' garage here as a shop, and there's no fans, no air conditioning. So just open the garage door, maybe the door in the back here in a few minutes to let a breeze go through. But I just wanted to do a quick little video. It's not a build video. It's a kind of a what did I buy and why did I buy it kind of video. So I'm just going to go over a few things that I bought recently that I really haven't even used yet. Give a quick, rundown of what I got. A few things here, why I bought them, why or how I might use them in the future, and maybe in the future when I do start using them, you'll see them in some of my videos, or maybe I'll make a video just on those things being used alone. So first thing I want to start off with are these Rockler bench cookies. I have some open over here. And you may have seen these in the video before. So what it is like, it's got like a rubber pad on both sides. So, they don't slide around on you when you're sanding, or they sell these adapters here where you can use them as like a lift to get things off the table while you're staining or painting. So it's just, sitting right on the tip. But they come in packs of 4. I'm sure they come in more than that. And I bought 4, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago at Rockler when they were on sale. It was like $10 for the 4. And then maybe another $10 for the 4 adapters here to turn them into risers for staining and painting and stuff. They do have screw holes on the bottom. Honestly, I don't know. I'm sure they could be used like different kinds of workbenches and stuff like that. So last time I went to Rockler, when I picked up that African mahogany and the curly maple to make the succulent planter box, check it out here in the corner. I'll put the link to that video. I bought some when they were on sale. So again, they were a pack of 4 for $9.99. And I was getting low on glue, so this isn't anything special. This is the Type Bond 3 Ultimate. I picked that up on Amazon. And while I was picking that up, I got this glue bot. So, let's see, it's got a rubber cap on it. There's different tips so you can regulate the amount of glue coming out. That's pretty much it. It's not super, technical or anything. It's just a glue holder. It's got different tips. So you got like a blade tip, a Yorker tip, whatever that means. Oh, that says for a clean, thin line. The glue bot guide. So that's this little thing here. You can put it over your piece. You just kind of make sure your glue's right in the middle of the piece. As long as it's not that thick, right? Maybe half an inch. And then just a rubber tether cap. Just thought it'd be cool for glue storage, and it was on Amazon special. And I picked up these marking knives. Well, I haven't even opened some of these things. Sometimes your pencil or your pen or your marker just can't get close enough to that piece of wood that you're trying to line up. So you got let's see if we can do a little example here. So I got a couple of pieces of fence picket. So if you're trying to get, a pretty precise line, your pencil, the head of your pencil is thicker than like a razor blade. So these marking pens, they're not pens really, they're little razors, little blades on the end, allows you to get right up closer to where you want it to be, where you want your line to be. It's just more precise marking. So I picked up this little square, and mainly I picked it up to square up the blade of my miter saw, because anything else I had was just too big to get under the blade guide, so I could square up the blade. So it's pretty good. It's pretty heavy duty. You got measurements here and here, so you could use it maybe to set up your your router table is something you want to come up like an inch or a quarter of inch, you can use this side or this side. It comes with a couple of pins, so you put those pins in and try to find center of your boards, the edges of your boards. But the main reason I got it, like I said, was to square up my miter saw blade, and that's really all I've used it for so far. So I'll just put that back in the box here, and the instructions. So I got the hand sanders. They're pretty flexible. This is like a rubber, but it's got the Velcro hook and loop style stuff on the bottom, so you can take your orbital sander pads and you just stick them on just like it was the orbital sander, and then do your final sanding, your final hand sanding. I mean, these are not getting in the grooves or the tight spots, but they're good for the big flat pieces. And then this is kind of the same. It's just a hand sand, and you just kind of fold it over and stick it on, and then you do your sanding that way. They're not super rigid, they're not super flexible, so they're not going to like bend or anything with the shape of your project, but they'll be pretty good for doing the final hand sand on those flat spots, you know, the exposed edges. Again, I haven't used them yet. These are just stuff that I've bought over the last few months and just haven't had any time, especially with the heat waves going on. Okay, so I did get this digital caliper. It's got the digital LCD or LED screen there. And I haven't really used it for anything yet. But I have seen people use it in their videos, and I thought it might come in handy if I start building more detailed furniture, where you have to get the exact dimensions of your wood. Maybe you want to make a dado or something, and your wood's not a standard 3/4 or 1/2 inch. It's maybe something thinner or thicker, but not a standard measurement. You can get your calipers out and measure it. This is 0.66 inches. And then you can take that 0.66 inches and either use the gauge on the bottom for maybe setting your table saw blade to come up this high, or your router. You could scribe a line on your other piece of wood if you're going to make a dado or something. So you measure this at 0.65, and then you come over to your wood, measure that out, and then you kind of mark it with this. I'm not an expert on this yet, but hopefully I do get to use it soon. And not become a master, but at least know how to really use it. And this kit came with extra batteries and the instructions. And we have a little screwdriver here, probably to change the battery or something. Let's see, next thing I got, I picked up another mask, the RZ mask. Some people love them, some people hate them. I think they're good, and they're very, very comfortable to wear for long periods of time. And you see me in my videos, I have one around here somewhere. It's like a neon green kind of color. This is just a black one. They were on clearance. I think it was like $5 or something. I'll put a link in the description. And this I did buy for a specific reason. This is like a 90-degree chisel. So the tip on it, you can see it is a 90-degree square. And I bought this for a end table I'm making. I was doing some glue up, and I got some glue in the corners and the edges that I can't really wipe up or get out properly. So I bought this 90-degree square edge to just kind of run between the two pieces of where the glue line is. Hopefully it works. If not, again, it was a cheap find, so it's not like it was $1 million. And last on the list, we have Vivor. I think that's how you say it. I haven't even opened it yet. Maybe they sent me the wrong thing. Now this should be a pocket hole jig. I haven't done any pocket holes yet. But I am trying to design an entry table, and I wasn't sure if I was going to need pocket holes for that. So I picked this up. It's not a Craig or anything like that. It's a little less expensive than a Craig. Comes with a box. So it comes with a clamp. You got your clamp. You got your jig here. And in here, a little pocket, a little bag of screws. Then we have your drill bit. So you have your drill bit with a guide. So you set this to your depth or whatever kind of screw you're using, or no, not screw, your material, right? So you're using like 3/4 inch material. It's got a, even with glasses, it's tough for me to see. But you set your depth, right? So right there's 3/4 inch material. Clamp it on. Clamp it onto your piece. And then you use your drill bit, set at whatever depth it is, and you drill your pocket holes. And then they give you a bit for your drill or your driver to put the screws in. I mean, all this stuff, I'll put links below. Hopefully in the near future, I'll be using all this stuff, the pocket hole jig, the caliper for, better, more precise cuts in woodworking or woodworking pieces. There's the instructions. The small square, like I said, I mainly got this. I didn't have anything else small enough to get into the miter saw to square it up. Marking pens, my chisel, glue bot. Let's see, my sanding blocks and my bench cookies. There are some more things that I bought, so maybe I'll do another quick video sometime in the future with those. But for now, this is like a handful or so of the different things I picked up over the last few months. They've just kind of been sitting around waiting for me to use them. So hopefully when this heat wave is over, I can get back in here and do some building. But in the meantime, thanks for tuning in and sticking with me when I don't have any build videos. But more to come. Thanks.